Netflix is firing up the Animus once again, but this time, we're not heading to Ezio's Italy. Instead, we're being dropped straight into the chaotic streets of ancient Rome in 64 AD. We finally have official updates on Netflix's long-awaited, massive-budget Assassin's Creed live-action series. Filming has officially begun in Rome, the cast is locked in, and we're getting a completely original story rather than a carbon copy of the games. Let's dive into the first official details and take a look behind the scenes of this mysterious project. For the longest time, this project was nothing but rumors, hype, and uncertainty. But now, it's officially real. According to the latest details dropped by Netflix via Toby, the live-action Assassin's Creed series has not only revealed its first wave of cast members, but has also officially kicked off production. The first major piece of news is the casting. Toby Wallace has joined the project as the first official series regular. You probably know him from projects like The Society, The Bike Ridders, Baby Teeth, and Euphoria Season 3. But here's the most intriguing part. They haven't revealed who he's playing yet. Honestly, this level of secrecy perfectly fits the Assassin's Creed universe. The entire franchise is built around secret societies, hidden identities, centuries-old shadow wars, and massive behind-the-scenes conspiracies. Netflix keeping these character details under wraps suggests they're cooking up some massive twists for the main storyline. The second and much bigger bombshell is that cameras are officially rolling. Netflix confirmed that the Assassin's Creed live-action series has started production in Rome. And like I mentioned, the Animus isn't taking us back to the Renaissance this time, we are headed straight to ancient Rome. The story is set in 64 AD, which happens to be one of the most turbulent periods in the history of the Roman Empire. Now, we need to make a very important distinction here. When you hear Rome and Assassin's Creed, most fans instantly think of Ezio, Auditore, Brotherhood, and Revelations. But let's be clear, this is not Ezio's story. This isn't a live-action adaptation of Brotherhood or Revelations. Netflix is taking us roughly 1,500 years before Ezio's time, delivering a brand new, completely original Assassin's Creed tale set during the peak of the Roman Empire. So, don't expect a shot-for-shot remake of any game you've played. Instead of copy-pasting a script we already know, Netflix and Ubisoft are building a fresh narrative within the expanded lore, featuring new characters and events. In my opinion, this is a risky but incredibly exciting move. Sure, leaving out a beloved icon like Ezio might disappoint some die-hard fans. But on the flip side, the ultimate strength of Assassin's Creed has always been its ability to leap across different eras, introduce new heroes, and weave them into major historical events. If the show captures that core essence, a fresh assassin story could easily be just as compelling as the games. At its core, the show will center on the legendary shadow war between two massive factions. According to Netflix's official logline, one side wants to determine mankind's future through control and manipulation, while the other fights to preserve free will. So yes, the classic Assassin's Creed philosophy is fully intact here, the ultimate clash between control and freedom. This theme has always been the beating heart of the franchise. The war between the Assassins and the Templars isn't just about hidden blades, stealthy assassinations, and parkour. It's a deep ideological battle over how humanity should be governed, whether people should have the right to choose their own destiny, and who gets to hold ultimate power. It looks like the Netflix series is really leaning into this philosophical conflict. Setting the series in 64 AD is an incredible choice. For history buffs out there, you know this was a dark and critical tipping point for the Roman Empire. Themes of power, political betrayal, violence, and totalitarian control run rampant through this era. It provides the perfect gritty backdrop for the Assassin's Creed universe. Visually, a city like Rome offers insane potential. We're talking ancient streets, massive temples, grand palaces, tense political hubs, hidden tunnels, and packed crowds. If Netflix pulls off the production value, this show is going to be a visual masterpiece. It's also worth noting that filming is primarily taking place at Cinecittà Studios. Cinecittà is one of Italy's most iconic and historic studio lots. Opting for a legendary location like this proves they are genuinely committed to authentic world building and capturing that raw Roman atmosphere. The ensemble cast is also shaping up beautifully. Alongside Toby Wallace, actors like Lola Pettigrew, Zachary Hart, Laura Marcus, Tanzan Crawford, Naban Rizwan, and Claes Bang are locked in as series regulars. On top of that, heavy hitters like Numi Rapace, Ramsey Bedia, Sean Harris, and Corrado Invernizzi have joined the project in recurring roles. With such a massive ensemble, it strongly suggests the show won't just follow a single protagonist. Instead, we're likely looking at a multi-layered narrative, featuring characters from all sides of the conflict. We'll probably see active assassins, Templar-like authority figures, Roman politicians, and maybe even regular citizens caught in the crossfire. But as of right now, who these actors are playing is strictly classified. Netflix is intentionally building up the mystery. So, whether Toby Wallace or the rest of the cast are playing assassins, villains, real historical figures, or entirely original characters remains a total mystery. Behind the scenes, the creative team is led by showrunners Roberto Patino and David Weiner. These guys have incredible track records, with credits on massive shows like Westworld, Sons of Anarchy, Halo, Homecoming, and The Killing. That means we have a team highly experienced in delivering both high-octane action and deeply complex, character-driven dramas. Statements from the showrunners suggest they aren't just focusing on flashy action. They've noted that beneath the scale and the parkour, Assassin's Creed is fundamentally a human story, exploring identity, fate, faith, power, violence, vengeance, and human connections. This is a clear sign they want to deliver a narrative with real weight, rather than just a sequence of parkour and assassination set pieces. And honestly, that is crucial. What made Assassin's Creed a global phenomenon wasn't just the iconic hidden blade or roof running through historical cities. It was how the lore masterfully wove personal drama, grand ideologies, and a secret war right into actual history. If Netflix understands that formula, we could be looking at an incredible adaptation. Of course, plenty of massive questions remain unanswered. There's no official release date yet. Character details are non-existent, and we don't know exactly how closely it will tie into the existing games. But based on everything officially confirmed so far, it's clear Netflix isn't treating this as a minor experiment. They are going all out on a blockbuster live-action epic. Bottom line, Netflix's Assassin's Creed series is no longer a myth. Production is underway, the timeline is locked, the cast is packed, and ancient Rome is officially our setting. If the show successfully channels the true spirit of the franchise, blending a rich historical atmosphere with the epic conflict between free will and control, this could easily become one of Netflix's biggest video game adaptations to date. It looks like Netflix isn't just building a standard action show. They're leaning on a creative team seasoned by Westworld and Sons of Anarchy to craft a deep political drama and philosophical battleground. But what do you think? Without an iconic figure like Ezio Auditore, can the atmospheric backdrop of ancient Rome and a completely original cast capture that legendary Assassin's Creed spark? Or is going full original a massive gamble? Also, do you think Toby Wallace will suit up as an assassin or a Templar? Drop your theories in the comments below. Until we meet again deep in the pages of history, stay in the dark to serve the light. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Now I have a quick announcement. Today, I'll be sharing a community post on the channel, and I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a comment under that post. You can write what kind of content you want to see more of on the channel. Do you enjoy news videos, theories, reviews, analyses, or list videos the most? Also, if there are any movies, shows, or games you want me to cover, make sure to write those too. Let's talk, discuss, and shape the future of the channel around the content you enjoy the most.